So in Daniel chapter 4, we learn that God does not like pride. That's one of the biggest things God does not like is pride. All right, here in chapter 5, it's going to be Belshazzar, which is the King Nebuchadnezzar's son, pretty much being prideful, and God is going to punish him as well. All right, so let's just get started here. 5. Belshazzar the king made a great feast for 1,000 of his lords and drank wine in the presence of thousands. So there's a feast going on and they're just drinking wine. While he tasted the wine, Belshazzar gave the command to bring gold and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple which had been in Jerusalem, that the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. So he's like, hey, let's get those holy cups and drink wine from them. Like, this is a huge no. Like, this is huge. All right. So when Babylon took over Jerusalem, they took the cups. All right. When they brought the people from Jerusalem in exile, they took the cups. They took the holy cups out of the temple, but King Nebuchadnezzar stored them. He had them stored. Nobody used them. Nothing. And here his son is saying, hey, those cups, those holy cups, let's use them. Let's use those holy cups. And that is a huge no. This is actually very, very ridiculous. Like, man, oh my, like, you're messing with God here. These are God's cups, all right? And he's going to drink wine out of them in his party. And he just doesn't think much of it. Like, oh, it's no big deal. Let's just drink wine out of these cups. Wow. Then they brought the gold vessels that had been taken from the temple of the house of God. These cups were taken from the house of God, right, which had been in Jerusalem, and the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. So they're drinking out of these cups, these holy cups. They drank wine and praised the God of gold and silver and bronze and iron, wood, and stone. Man, that's another huge no. They're worshiping another god, the god of gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Remember, we worship a jealous God. All right, so we can clearly see here that where this is headed. After reading, Daniel, from the beginning of Daniel, we pretty much know what's going on, what's going to happen. This is extremely, extremely, it's clear. I mean, it's very, very clear. Like, this is no good. You're messing with God here. All right, God will punish you. His dad was punished by being in exile for 7 years in the middle of the mountains, right? For 7 years until he worshipped God. He had to be humbled. Now here's his son who is not being humbled. He is actually going to use God's cups. All right, so we are seeing that this is headed into a very, very bad direction for this king. Wow.